Hi, this is John, and I'm going to show you how to apply a brimskin. This is the washed out leaf from our washed out collection. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and take the paper backing off your top template. I always make sure there's nothing on the table it can stick to. And go ahead and line up your center seam of your hat to the center of the brimskin. As you can see here, I always lay it just slightly over the edge, and then you can pull the brim down and lay it right in that crease. Make sure to get any bubbles out. It is a pressure sensitive adhesive glue, so when you lay it on, it's not going to be like super glue. I mean, you can peel it back up, and you can work with it a little bit. Then you're going to want to go ahead and take your tabs and put them all into one direction. This one it's fitting on perfectly here on the corners. Sometimes you need to you need to trim it up, just depending on the size of your brim. And every time I do it, I just pull the tab that I'm working with. I pull it down and make sure it's laying right over the previous seam, and then when that corner is down, I go ahead and pull the other one into the direction of where I'm working. And one thing you don't have to do, but what I like to do is I just take a pair of scissors, and on certain corners I'll go ahead and just trim all the way up to the edge of the brim. It just makes for a seamless application. And you could just fold it right over, but when you trim it up, it just makes the fold lines lay as flat as possible on the hat. Each brimskin is a universal template, so it's going to fit a variety of hats, anywhere from a youth snapback to a 5950 fitted. And the material, this top material, the cotton, is actually pretty workable. So if you're sitting on certain corners, you're trying to get it to a different certain edge or where you're trying to lay it, it definitely will stretch a little bit. It'll work with you. So, feel free to do what you need to do with it. So now that we got the top template on, you're going to stick the bottom template on, and it's going to cover up all your seams and make for a seamless custom brim. So I always just lay it on first, see how it's going to lay on, and then I can always stretch it to meet the corners if need be. If I had cut those first tabs a little much, this one will cover up all the seams on there. I always lay it just right up on this headband, and you can always pull that headband back just a little bit and make sure it is as seamless as possible. And there you go. There's your custom hat. Custom brim by Brimskins. Once it's applied, it can get wet, frozen. You can leave it on the dash of your car in the middle of the heat of a summertime. It's going to hold its original shape and feel. And then, you know, say you're down the road, you're over this print, you can take it off. It's not going to destroy your hat. If there's any adhesive laid on there, it will literally just roll right off. And yeah. There you go.